I am a video production and photography teacher, and also on the weekends, I am a professional photographer.
I create custom one-on-one shoes out of premium and exotic leathers.
My plan and goal is to work as a full-time creative freelancer.
Okay, we could do one right here, and it's gonna be a close-up shot, okay? Ready, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, all exciting. So this one, I want you to kind of put your foot like this, okay? And then you're gonna look this way, okay? Ready, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, with all the cows in the back.
How I started was my husband got me a camera. From there, I started taking pictures of my children. They were my first subjects. I remember reaching out to photographers wanting to learn. I didn't realize that they saw me as a competition. One photographer told me, in fact, like, you might as well go back to school because nobody's gonna help you. I was already a mom. It made it that much more difficult to go back to school. Actually, when I told my husband I wanted to pursue photography, he really thought it was something that was a dead end. I learned to really utilize myself. That's the reason why I returned back to college to learn about photography. So when I started doing photos, my family were the first to book. They were sharing my photos, which actually got me clientele. My family was extremely supportive when I started out. My friend Carlos and his family, he wanted to have family photos done. He came to me and he's like, hey, I thought we could do a funny photo shoot and do beer. He brought all these beers, just utilized them as they were children. The amount of shares it got and people just enjoying the hilarious photos was truly amazing. Before I knew it, I got a phone call from a news station wanting to interview me for them.
Needless to say, Susanna Garza of Everlasting Events had her work cut out for her, trying to hold it together through this hilarious shoot.
I mean, we were all just laughing and enjoying it. It was truly hilarious. How many messages I have just from people wanting to book now by seeing the photos of
my phone was ringing off the hook. I could not keep up. In fact, my voicemail got full and I was like, holy smokes, how am I gonna handle all this business? Even wearing a mask, people will recognize me. They're like, hey, you're that photographer that took those photos in the blossoms, right? And I'm like, yes, I am. And then I would ask for a business card, you know? So I had to actually step away because I realized that it started to become slightly a chore. I decided to put my camera away, not touch it, and I didn't touch it for months. And I said, I gotta come back to it eventually. And I kind of put it in the back burner. And I think the biggest thing that brought me back was becoming a teacher. So I started finding old photos that I've captured and all of it kind of came back. This is my job. This is what I love. I need to photograph.
I realized man, it's really important to actually capture what maybe you once did and maybe if it'd bring back a memory. You know, my grandparents had photos because my grandfather loved taking pictures. And he had a lot of pictures of us when we were teenagers and always wanted to capture. So I was like, I gotta do that.
I buy a authentic sneaker, I deconstruct it, create patterns, cut all my leather pieces that I want to sew it all together. Then we use a last, which is the shape of your foot, and we pull the leather over the last, and last but not least, glue the sole on. I remember telling people I was gonna go to a shoe school to learn how to create shoes from scratch. A lot of people told me I was crazy. I say the hardest thing I had to overcome creatively would just be overthinking things, overthinking colorways, and will this go good with this color and this material. It's that you can definitely overthink things. don't think I ever really had doubt about turning this craft into something full-time. Just creating shoes is a love for me. Just seeing it go from leather pieces to a full shoe is definitely a process. Fast forward 6 years later, I have all the support in the world, friends, family. I grow my business by constantly putting out quality work, posting it on social media for all eyes to see, just letting the work speak for itself. Balancing a full-time job and trying to create at the same time and also having a personal life is definitely a struggle. Working, 50 to 60 hours a week, coming home and putting in 3 or 4 hours trying to create shoes. 30 to 40 hours goes into a pair of shoes, so definitely burnout is a concern. There's definitely been times where I pulled an all-nighter. I've had a client and a deadline that I needed to meet and putting in 12, 13, 14 hours sometimes a day. I've slept an hour or two on the couch, got right back up, and got right back into the swing of things. I try to take a week off here and there just to go out, have a social life, and try to maintain a normal life and not just always work. And then once I'm back in it, it's creativity to the fullest. Future-wise, creatively, I just plan on keep putting out work, and I'm also working toward a 6-part series where I want to give back to the community, people that I've been influenced by and people that have supported me since day one.
I think I was first introduced to the idea of creating videos and photos really by watching a lot of other YouTubers who influenced me to really just pick up my first camera. And throughout high school, I would record all my basketball workouts or time with friends. And that for me was the start of expressing my creativity. And I felt that that was my creative outlet. What I really believed then at the beginning of my journey was that I wasn't cut out to be someone who was creative. I think through social media, you could really second guess yourself and have this self-doubt. So the first time that I left my job to pursue freelancing was to work as a full-time remote editor for a friend.
In the lab with this new Rockstar Logan.
What up?
Let's go, dude. Something good in the works, ladies.
I think in the beginning, I was really excited because it's always been a dream to me to pursue something within the creative space full-time. And I felt like that was the be-all and end-all.
On Rich Summers, beyond legendary.
I ended up leaving because I was inconsistent with the work I was doing. If only I had the character that I have now. That's okay. Me leaving that, I felt really humiliated and stepped on because I had an opportunity to do something that I enjoyed, but when I did it, I really didn't enjoy it. That kind of crushed me. The many ventures I've had, from leaving day job to working full-time as a creative, all those 3 points in my life were really big opportunities that I feel I was not ready for. Ongoing, this has been a journey of 4+ years. It's been hard, but there's still just this part of me where I'm just being positive about the whole thing, even though that I feel like my world is crashing down on me. I realized that what I lack is the knowledge of running a creative business. Until then, this is kind of just a hope and dream. I guess the thought of never giving up has given me hope. Okay, I'm creating this video to say that I made the jump, I made the leap by paying into this coaching program. A program to help me grow in my business, to help me make more money, find stability, and to do something that I love pray for me, and I hope that this would be a good year for me. Bye-bye.
Some advice I'd give to anybody trying to turn their passion into a career would be,
don't allow people to limit you. And most importantly, don't limit yourself.
the more work you put in, the better off you're gonna be.
Continuously learning every part of your craft.
Like I always say, if you do something that you love, it's never really work.
And you will actually see where it can take you. It's amazing.
I think one day I'll be able to create my dreams into reality.